Module 1. Reading, Writing and Discussion Settings. Like I've previously stated, it's crucial for you to have all of your settings configured before you begin writing, creating and publishing your content. So there's 3 further settings that I'll be running through. First of all, writing. We find this under our settings tab, click writing, and up comes our writing settings. The first setting we'll be able to configure is the formatting setting. Now what this says is that with this box checked, any emoticons like a smiling or winking face that are written into your text will automatically be converted into actual graphics, like the small little yellow faces that you sometimes see. I actually unchecked this for my own personal preference. The next is WordPress should correct invalidly nested XHTML automatically. It's a good idea to have that ticked on, so we'll swap those settings over. The next is, where should our default post category be? What this basically means is that if you do not designate one of your posts into a specific category, where should it be stored? And I usually leave this uncategorized. You can actually change this once you've created other categories. It will drop down and you can select the category, and the same for your post format. Now the next feature is quite a handy little tool called Press This. If the browser you're using supports bookmarks, what you can do, I'm in Google Chrome, which does support bookmarks, is click the little icon in the top right hand corner, pull up your bookmarks bar, and as I've done previously before, you can just click this icon, drag that and drop it into your bookmark bar. What this will allow you to do is, if you're on any website or anywhere on the internet and you find a web page or some content that you'd like to blog about, you can simply hit the press this button. It'll open up a new window with a post area. It'll fill in the title of your post and a link to the content that you want to press. You can then write your post around this content, categorize and tag, and publish it very quickly and simply, allowing you to connect information on the internet into your posts very quickly and very easily. So this is a handy tool. The next is post via email. Again, this is a slightly more advanced setting that allows you to set up a mailbox whereby any emails that this mailbox receives, they'll automatically be converted into blog posts and posted on your blog. And finally, your update services. Now, this is an area that automatically notifies when you publish new posts or new content on your website. We only have one update service currently listed here. So because you want your content to be noticed and updated on as many different fields as possible, I would suggest clicking Update Services, whereby you have this long list here of all these different ping services. You can copy that, highlight and copy that list. Right click, copy, go back into your WordPress settings and simply paste that list in. Then save changes. Once you're happy with your writing settings, you can then move on to your reading settings. These are quite simple. Your front page displays currently your latest posts, or you can switch that to a static page. We'll be going into that in some more detail in a later video. Blog pages show at the most 10 posts at a time. Again, you can dictate how many posts want to be displayed on your blog. Again, you can set up the same for your syndication feeds. and you can decide whether in your feed you want to have the full text of your blog post or just a summary text of your blog post. You can also discourage search engines from indexing your site. I would not recommend this if you're trying to build up traffic and links to your website. Once you're happy with that, you save your changes. We can then move on to your discussion settings. Now, the discussion settings are based around comments and moderation of your blog posts. You can have various levels of control over who's allowed to comment on your blog and how easily that they can comment and post. So these are very personal to your own preferences and also the type of blog post that you're putting out there. The main settings that I would tell you to decide on and have a look at is before a comment appears, must it be approved? Or comment author must have previously approved comment. For instance, it's someone that's been approved by you in the past. So once they've been approved once, they can continue to comment. Or you can leave both of those unchecked, leaving it open for anybody to comment. If you do leave it open for anybody to comment on your posts, what you can do is have certain moderation terms. For instance, if there's a certain terminology that you don't want people to be posting about, maybe there's a certain competitor of yours or something you don't want to be associated with, you can actually type in that phrase or word into this box. Then if that phrase or word appears in any of the comments, it will automatically be queued for moderation. You can also have the same but with a blacklist. So you can put in a name, a word, a term, an email address, a user into this, and then if they try and comment on your posts, they will automatically be blacklisted. So it is worthwhile. Maybe it's something that you'll come back to once you started posting and once you started seeing the type of comments that are coming through, what terms you want to avoid and what terms you want to moderate over. So it's worthwhile going through these settings and deciding how much control you want to have. If you've got a blog post that's having lots and lots of comments, you don't necessarily want to be having to moderate every single one, so it's worth having a system in place that allows your comments to come through freely while still blacklisting the comments that you don't desire to be on there. The next is your avatar setting. So you can have avatars. So avatars are like these little pictures for people when they comment. I would always make sure that G, suitable for all audiences, picked. But if you so wish, you can have PG and X-rated avatars becoming available when people comment. But again, I'd say leave it suitable for all audiences. When you're happy with that, save your changes, and then your discussion settings are now in place.